but I hope you heard Kendra. Our website, the Shopify site that we just started, 76fireworksstore.com. That's one S on there. So as I said, I'm Ben Muzzy. I'm the sales manager here at Spirit of 76 Fireworks. You're with me. There I am. Okay. So our business, as you probably already are aware, is primarily as a wholesale distributor. And we've had an e-commerce capable website for that portion of our business since about 2005. We also operate a year-round retail store that doubles as our showroom here in Columbia, Missouri. It's right off Interstate 70, exit 121, if you're looking for us, behind the Midway truck stop. That storefront is actually connected to our wholesale office, which is where I'm at right now. We always planned on making an e-commerce site to give our retail customers another purchasing option, similar to our wholesale clients. With COVID-19 and because of the social distancing that is so commonplace, it made a lot of sense to move up our timeline for that online retail store. We want to give our clients the option for curbside pickup, and because our retail store is connected to our wholesale office, we thought it wise to limit the number of people that we allowed in there. But we also wanted to make sure that they had the chance to buy from us. So that sent us on a search. We looked at a number of e-commerce platforms, and ultimately we decided to go with Shopify. There are a lot of options out there. I mean, there are a whole lot of options. And I'd encourage you to look into those. Talk with others that have used Shopify for fireworks, for other purposes. Get feedback from folks and make sure that you select the one that is ultimately going to be the best fit for your business's needs. Couple disclaimers here. We are not Shopify experts. We took our website, 76fireworksstore.com, live just this week. And today, we're going to have some folks that are going to cover a lot of information about what we did to set up our website. We are going to cover a lot, so don't worry. This webinar is being recorded, and if you need to go back and check something, please feel free to rewatch this as you need to. You'll be able to find the link at our website, 76fireworks.com/webinars. It'll be up there shortly after we wrap today. It may be as late as this afternoon or early tomorrow, depending on how long it takes to load. As you have questions, please put those in the Q&A or the comment section. We'll do our best to address those. And if we don't get to it during today's webinar, we'll look to reach out to you if we can help. Again, we are not Shopify experts. We can give you opinion and let you know what we experienced as we went through the process of setting up our Shopify e-commerce website. Throughout the process, we did find their customer service to be helpful. We used that a number of times while building our site. As Shopify also provides a portal for you to connect with an expert who you could contract to actually build your website. So depending upon your ability, it may be worthwhile to pay somebody to do this, as there are a lot of jobs out there like that. When I say that we built this, there are actually 276 staffers that did the majority of this. Kendra Easton, who you heard and saw just a moment ago, is part of our marketing team, and she'll be leading today's webinar. Kendra started with us last year as an intern, and she's continued to work with us and recently graduated from the University of Missouri with dual degrees. So way to go, Kendra. Thanks for coming to help us out. Amanda Montgomery was the other 76 staffer that helped out a lot on this as well. Her primary focus at Spirit of 76 is on the retail side, but she's been with us for over 5 years, so she's cross-trained on a number of different things, both on the wholesale and the retail side. So her knowledge of our business, of how our retail operation typically works, what clients like to see in our product line, was extremely helpful. So without further ado, we'll get into it. I'll hand this over to Kendra.
Great, thanks, Ben. So today we're going to be talking about Shopify. Some of the things we're going to go over today are how to set up your site, how to upload your products and your inventory, how to design your site to make it look appealing to your customers, the different settings that you can manipulate within the site, and the third-party apps that you can download onto your site to help you out and do some more stuff. And then at the end, we'll have our questions and support slide. So what is Shopify? Shopify is the e-commerce site that we are using to host our online fireworks store for this season. As Ben said, with the COVID-19, we wanted to figure out a way that we can still sell fireworks to people without actually coming in contact with them. That's why we decided to open our online store and allow for curbside pickup. So now I'm going to show you guys what our online store looks like if you haven't gotten a chance to see it yet. So on your screen, you should see our online store. This is our homepage. We opted to have a couple different slides that go through that show our different sales, our locations, the times we're open, and just letting people know that we're here. We also have our phone number listed many times on our site. Up here on the logo, we have it listed every time you go on any site or any page on the site, you can see it. This makes it easy for if our customers need to call us, they can find our number really quickly. As you scroll down our site, you can find our best sellers, followed by a little snippet of information about the online shopping with the store pickup. And then we have a link to our address that you can find where to pick up your fireworks. And again, we have our phone number, and at the very bottom, we have an About Us page, a side explaining curbside pickup and fireworks safety. So the reason why we had all of these was so all of our customers had the information at their fingertips to find very quickly. How we set up our store is if you go to the shop category, we organized our fireworks by category. Shopify calls these collections. So you might hear those words interchanged throughout this presentation. Those mean the same thing. So if you're a customer on this site, you could click on the 500 gram multi-shot, and you can see all of our 500 gram multi-shots that are in stock currently. If we click on Snow Tracks, we can see an image of the firework, a description, and a video that shows you the performance of the firework, similar to our wholesale site. And then if this is a firework that you like, if you scroll down, there's more fireworks that are like it. When customers add it to their cart, a Just Add to Your Cart box will pop up and you can view your cart. I already had some stuff added in there, so you can kind of see what it looks like when you have multiple items. We have store pickup selected as the only option. We do not deliver or ship out fireworks for our retailers or for our retail customers. One thing that we did is we decided that our customers needed to choose a time to pick up their fireworks so we know when to expect them. So they can choose from this calendar the date and the time to pick up their fireworks. And they also see that address they're picking it up from too. Once they hit checkout, it'll pop up and they can enter in their email or phone number. This is how we're going to contact them to pick up their fireworks. Later on, when it goes into payment, it will collect their phone number again because we will be texting them when their fireworks are ready to be picked up. If you click this cart button, it takes us back to our cart. So now that you saw a little bit of what our site looks like, I'm going to show you guys how we actually got into that and what we did for it. So before we start that, I'm going to go into the cost associated with Shopify. So Shopify offers a free month trial. If you start it today, it is free for 3 months, even if you choose your package. One thing that Shopify does require is before you start selling your fireworks on their platform, you do have to choose a package. So we went with the basics Shopify package for $29 a month, but we will not be charged for that until after our free trial is over. So then that way you have a chance, you can move up in the packages or move down. It doesn't affect your billing until that free trial is over. So on the screen, you can see the different options that each option has that allows you to run your site. Again, like I said, we use the basic Shopify package for now. So starting out, how to start out and make your Shopify site. There's a couple things you need to know right off the bat. You're gonna need to have an email associated with the site, a password, a store name. One thing to make sure you have is a domain name. We'll get into that a little bit later, as well as personal information such as name, address, city, zip, phone number, etc. So now we're going to watch this how to start your 90-day free trial video from Shopify.
Take the time that you need to move your retail store online or to build an entirely new online store. Shopify is offering a 90-day free trial for anyone new to the platform. Make the most of your free trial by subscribing to our channel for new help tutorials every week. To start your online store, visit shopify.com and click Start Free Trial. Enter your email address, a password you'll use to log in, and what you'd like to name your store. The store name you enter automatically creates a URL that customers will see. By default, your URL will be yourstorename.myshopify.com. This new store is called Kayla's Kitchen, so the URL is kaylaskitchen.myshopify.com. Don't worry about choosing the perfect store name right now. After you're on Shopify, you can purchase a custom domain that better represents your brand. Next, click Create Your Store. The next page is optional, but here you can enter some details about yourself and your business. If you're creating a store for yourself, then leave the bottom box unchecked. This checkbox is for developers or contractors creating stores on behalf of clients. These people are known as Shopify experts. When you're done, click Next. Now, fill out your business information. You can always adjust this information later in your Shopify admin settings. Before you move forward, be sure to read through Shopify's terms of service and privacy policy. When you're ready, click Enter My Store. And that's it. You're now in the Shopify admin as your new online store. You'll receive an email shortly confirming the store registration. If you sign up with an email address that is connected to another Shopify store, you see a prompt to sign in using single sign-on. This means you can log into any of your Shopify.
Great, so that was an awesome explanation of how to start your free trial on Shopify. So now we're gonna head over to the dashboard. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like on the back end of the site. So this is not what your customers will see. This is only for you and whoever has the password to the back end of your site. Give me 1 second and I will pull that up for you guys. So what you're seeing on your screen now is our back end of our site. So you can see any sales, and right now we actually have 2 visitors on our site, so we can see that. It also shows us what products are being viewed, any discount codes that we have, etc. So the main part that we're going to be looking at right now is this side part right here. So this is what we're going to be referring to as our site map, or the left side of our screen. So if you click on orders, you can create an order for your customer, or you can see the orders that have been placed by your customers. So this is going to be really important once you start selling, to go to the unfulfilled and see if you have any orders that you need to fill. Next, we have our products category. So our products category is going to show you all of the products that you have in the site. So this tab is really important. The products is not your inventory tab. So your inventory tab is actually right below it. And it's going to show you your up-to-date inventory that you have in stock on your site. So right now we actually have a lot of inventory on our site that we aren't selling. So we have it blocked. So our customers don't see it, but we can see it on the back end. So we don't have to keep re-uploading that information. Collections are what I talked about earlier with the firework categories. So these are the different collections that we have. And it's basically just an easier way to sort your fireworks or your products, so it's easier for your customers to find them. You can also have different attributes. So for example, in order for a firework to be in our 350 gram multi-shot category or collection, it has to have a product type equal to 350 G multi-shot, or an inventory stock is greater than 0. This means that we won't show anything that's sold out on our site. Moving on to our discounts. Our discounts will show the current discounts that we have on our store. So when we were practicing, we used a 100% off discount order just so we could see what the customer saw when they were ordering. But currently our main is our curbside 30. How to do this is you would just hit create discount code, and it just walks you through what you need to fill out. Next, we have our third-party apps, which we'll get into later on today. But this is just what that page will look like for you. We have our sales channels. The main thing that you'll use here is your online store. Down here, we have our settings button. Our settings pulls up all of our settings for our store. At the top of our screen, if we need to find something, we can search it, such as checkout. And we can find our checkout settings right away. As Ben talked about earlier, hiring someone to create your site for you, how you would get there is you click your name right here, and you're going to see something that says your account, log out, Shopify Help Center, community forums, hire a Shopify expert. This is what you're going to want to click in order to hire somebody to create your site for you. They have a bunch of different services. It is a paid feature, but it will help you guys if you aren't able to create the site yourself. Going back to our presentation, like I said, I'm going to be referring to these a lot. So if you get confused, this is what I'm talking about. Again, that is where the Hire a Shopify Expert is located. Next, we're going to be talking about uploading product and inventory. So this is really important to have this be accurate so your customers can see the products that you have. There's two different ways that you can upload your products. You can upload them one by one, or you can do a bulk upload. To add products one by one, you would click the Add Products on that dashboard, and then you would fill in the information on the form. I'll show you what that looks like now. So right now we're on our Products tab, and if you go to Add Product, it's this purpley bluish button. You can add in all of the information that you have for your product. So the things that you're going to want to add, you're going to want to have a title. You have to tell the person what they're buying before they buy it. Next, you're going to want to have a good description that explains what the product is. With fireworks, you're going to want to explain the shot count, how long it lasts, the colors, the effects. Media, you're going to want to upload a picture of the firework. This could be the effect of the firework. It could be the actual box of the firework. For us, we did the box because that is the most recognized. Next, you're going to add in your pricing so people know how much it costs. You're going to add in your SKU. So for example, this would be your GM100. You can add in a barcode if you'd like to. Here you can add in your quantity of how many you have in stock and available. And then you're going to want to check off that it's a physical product, even though we're not shipping it. If you scroll back up to the top, you can organize it by product type. So this is going to be your multi-shots, your fountains, your assortments. And then you can also sort it by vendor. So you have your Realtree, your Mighty Max, Shogun, Sky Bacon. Lastly, you have your tags. This is another way to organize it. If you guys have a bestseller, you can tag it as a bestseller and it pops up in that category or collection. Once you're done filling out all of this information, you're going to want to hit save. Shopify does not save it automatically. You want to make sure that you're hitting that save button at all times. If it doesn't look like this, you want to click it and save it. So now that I showed you guys how to upload a product individually, I'm going to go over how to do a bulk upload. So how we're going to do this is you're going to go on that products page. And if you've already entered in one product, it's going to create this sheet for you. You're going to want to click this export button right under products. And you're going to select all products and export as CSV for Excel numbers or other spreadsheet programs. And you're going to click this purpley blue button here. Once you do that, you are going to get a sheet that pops up in your downloads, and you're going to copy and paste it into whichever sheet you guys like to use. We like to use Google Sheets for it because other people can go on and edit it, and it saves it automatically. So this is what the first page of our products looks like. So this is the overwhelming part I've been talking about. There's a lot of information that you'll have to enter in for all of your products. But once you get this part done, the rest will come really easily. So once you fill all of this out, which we will have a better explanation of this later on after the presentation, you are going to go up to File, Download, and then you're going to download it as a comma separated values or a CSV current sheet. Now I'm working on a Mac, so it might look a little different for you guys if you're working on a PC, but for mine, it's gonna come right here. I'm gonna click my import, and this window is gonna pop up. So I can add my file either by dropping it in, or I can click add file and find it in a folder that's on my desktop or in my documents. You're gonna wanna override any current products with the same handle. This is so it replaces all of the things that you just changed. So that is how you're going to upload all of your products onto Shopify. Next, we're going to talk about the inventory. So once you have all of your products uploaded onto Shopify, you're going to want to click export. What this is going to do is even if you don't have any inventory loaded in, it's going to export all of those products you just uploaded. What that's going to look like is a sheet like this. It's a lot more manageable and it's a lot easier to work with. So again, you're going to copy and paste this into whichever Excel or Google Sheets that you want to use. So from here, there's only one thing that you're going to want to touch or edit, and it's going to be this J column right here. For us, we called this location Midway Retail Store. So as you can see, it has different numbers. We have 13, 13, 6, 2, 0, and so on. And this is associated with how many products we have in stock in our store currently. So currently we would have 13 Truck Stop Joes, and we have our SKU right here to organize it. Once you fill out this, you're going to do the same thing, File, Download, and then download as comma separated values or CSV current sheet. And you're going to go back to the back end of your Shopify site. And just like you did with the products, you're going to click import and either drag to upload, or you're going to click this button here and find it in your documents. Once you do that, it's going to upload all of your inventory onto your site. And that's what you want because you're going to want to tell your customers what you have in stock. So next, I'm going to be sharing with you guys another video from Shopify. This one talks about adding the types and tags to your products.
This video covers what Shopify product types and types are, when to use It's advised to create multiple tags for your products because you can't. Video covers what Shopify product types and types are, when to use them, and why you should use them. Both tools are used as an organization feature on your Shopify admin. Tags are searchable keywords associated with your product. Tags help customers find your product through your online store search and are also used when creating automated collections. It's advised to create multiple tags for your products because you can't be sure what term the customer will search for. For example, for a pair of leggings, a customer might also search for pants or tights. Adding all of these tags will increase the chances of the customer finding the product in a store search. To add a tag, click Product. Then click the name of the product to edit or create a new product. In this example, the product is already created and available in the online store. In the Organization section, click View All Tags to select from a list of tags you have already created, or, like in this example, type in a new tag. You can enter multiple tags, just be sure to separate them by commas. The applied tags will appear underneath the tag section. Type is the category for the product. You can use the product type as a condition for an automated collection, or use the type to filter products in the Shopify admin. a product can only have one product type. To create a product type, enter the title into the product type field near the top of the page under the organization field. Be sure to click Save once you are done. Once you've added product tags and types, you can filter products in the Shopify admin using the bulk editor tool. The bulk editor, which is similar to a spreadsheet, allows you to edit multiple products and their variants all at once from your Shopify admin. Start by clicking Products, then click Filter, select a filter, and choose how you'd like to sort your products. This example shows filtering by the tag leggings. Then click Add Filter, and the only items that will appear are those with the tag leggings applied. You can do the same with product type as well. If you'd like to see how tags and types are used to create automated collections, stay tuned for more tutorials on navigating the Shopify admin. Be sure to subscribe to the Shopify Help Center YouTube channel.
Great, so that shows you guys another way that you can add and edit your products. So this slide goes over the inventory one more time, just to show you guys how to do it and kind of in a more written out way. Again, all of this information will be available to you guys after the webinar is over. Next, we're going to go over the locations and how to update inventory.
This video covers how to update your inventory quantities at multiple locations. There are a few ways to do this. You can use a CSV file, the bulk editor, the inventory list, or update each product individually. This video focuses on how to update inventory quantities with a CSV file. To use this tool, go to the inventory page by clicking Products, then click Inventory. This is a list of all your products variants and their inventory quantities. In the top left of the page, you'll see two buttons, Export and Import. Click Export to download a CSV file for your inventory quantities. From here, you can choose if you'd like to export inventory for all locations or just one of your locations. Next, click Export Inventory. Depending on the size of your file, it will either download to your computer or be emailed to you. Once downloaded, you can open the CSV file in whichever spreadsheet program you prefer, like Excel, Google Sheets, or Numbers. This example shows the spreadsheet opened in Numbers. This spreadsheet can only be used to update inventory quantities. Other details in the spreadsheet, like the handle or SKU, are just for reference. If you want to update other product details with a CSV file, you can still use the product CSV, which can be exported and imported from the products page. To update your inventory quantities, scroll to the end of the spreadsheet where you see columns with the names of your locations. Type your updated inventory count in the columns for each location. For example, to add 10 units of inventory for every product in the Seattle pop-up location, type 10 into the cells under that location. If you use a third-party fulfillment location or app to manage inventory, you'll see them listed here with the other location columns. Right now, you can only manage inventory with multiple locations in Shopify or with one third-party app. This is a temporary limitation to avoid conflicting shipping rates at checkout. You can also choose to stock or unstock products at your locations. To unstock a product, type "not stocked" into the cell. Uppercase and lowercase letters will both work. When a product is not stocked at a location, it won't be visible on the point-of-sale devices that are used at that location. In addition, any online orders containing that product can only be fulfilled from locations where the product is stocked. Keep in mind that all products must be stocked at a minimum of one location. When you import the CSV back into Shopify, it will overwrite the inventory quantities and stocking information for all of the locations that are included in this file. If you don't want to update quantities at certain locations, delete the entire column for that location before importing the CSV file. When you finish updating your inventory quantities, save your CSV file. You may want to customize the name so you can easily identify it on your computer. Back on the inventory page in Shopify, click Import. In the pop-up window, click Choose File and select your updated CSV file. You will see the file name appear beside the Choose File button. Click Upload File. This will start the process of updating your inventory quantities at all of your locations. Then click Start Import. When it's finished updating, you'll receive an email letting you know if there were any errors. You can check that the update was successful by filtering to that location using the location filter in the top right corner of the page. For example, the inventory quantities at the Seattle pop-up location have successfully been updated to 10. If your store had any sales while you were editing the CSV file, your inventory quantities will not be completely accurate. For best results, choose a time when your store doesn't typically receive online sales or is closed. Otherwise, keep track of any online and retail sales you make and the time it takes to edit and upload your CSV file. You can then adjust the quantities for any products that were sold so that your inventory count is accurate. For more tutorials on navigating Shopify's locations feature, be sure to check out the next video in the locations playlist.
Awesome. So that showed us a little bit more of how to upload those locations and edit that inventory. Now we're going to get on to the fun part, the site design. So Shopify has a bunch of different ways to design your site, which is really cool. With site design, you're going to want to get back to that dashboard. At the top of your dashboard, you're going to have an option that says explore free themes. It's going to be at the bottom of that. With that, you're going to want to click on that and look through all of the themes available. So this video goes through a little bit more of how to edit the themes, but before we jump into that, I'm going to show you guys what those themes can look like and how to find them. So what you're looking at now is, again, our dashboard. To edit your themes, you're going to want to go under Sales Channel and click your online store. Here, a drop-down will pop up and you're going to want to have themes selected. You can view our live theme right here. So this is what someone will see right when they pop up on our site. And from here, if you're going to go edit it, I would hit Customize. But to show you guys the different themes available, I'm going to scroll to the bottom of the page. And there's two options. I can select free themes, or I can select the Shopify theme store. So for our purposes, I'm just going to select the free themes to show you guys all the different free options that they have. So these are all customizable. And what I would suggest looking for is something that supports a mobile device. So for example, this is one option that you could have, and you can change the style of it and have it have a different feel. Now in this video, it's going to explain how to edit the themes.
When you use the free Shopify theme, you can easily modify the content and layout of different pages on your store. Use sections to add and move features like a gallery, slideshow, testimonials, and more. Use theme settings to customize your store's fonts and colors, and make changes to your social media links and checkout settings. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for weekly how-to videos from Shopify support. Check out the timestamps to navigate this video. To access your theme customizer, start in your Shopify admin. Click Online Store. Choose what theme you'd like to edit and click Customize. This example selects the Publish theme, which appears in the Current Theme section. You are now in the Theme Customizer. In the top left, you see the name of the theme you're editing, like this example, Debut. On the right, you see your online store and how this theme currently appears. As you make changes in the Theme Customizer, you see them update in real time. Since the Debut theme is the current theme for this store, you see the live icon in the top right. Right now, this store is password protected, so any changes made are not visible to the public. But if you are editing your published theme and your store is not password protected, all saved changes are visible to the public as you make them. You may also be editing a theme from the Theme Library section. If you're editing a theme that is not published, then you'll see the Publish button in the top right and Draft in the top left. Any changes made are not visible to the public. The Theme Editor toolbar on the left is divided into sections and theme settings. Sections are customizable blocks of content that determine the layout of different pages on your online store. To edit sections, select which page you'd like to edit from the drop-down menu at the top. Each theme includes fixed sections, like the header and footer, that show on every page of your online store. You aren't able to move or delete these sections, but you can edit them regardless of the page type that you select. Make use of the icons at the top, reflecting different preview styles. Here, you see a desktop view. But you can also select a mobile view or full screen view. As you're making changes, use these icons to see how the online store appears on different devices. A great place to start customizing is the home page of your online store. Depending on what theme you chose, the default layout may look a little different. To add a new section, click Add Section. The options available here are known as dynamic sections. Each theme has a unique set of dynamic sections to choose from. Scroll through the list and click on the section. You see a preview of this on the right. If you'd like to use this section, click Add. From here, customize as you see fit with images, text, or anything applicable to this section. Then, click the arrow in the top left to go back to the toolbar. You can continue to add and customize sections with up to 25 sections on your homepage. How you see the sections stacked in the toolbar is how the sections appear on the online store. If you want a section to appear higher in the page structure, you can move the section where you'd like to see it. To do this, click and hold the 6-dot icon beside a section. Then, drag the section to a different place. You can also hide sections that you don't want to display on your online store. For example, you can create an image with text section to promote a new product, and then hide the section until you're ready to start selling it. Click the eye icon for the section you want to hide. When a section is hidden, the eye icon has a slash through it. Then, when you're ready to show a section, click the eye icon again. To remove a dynamic section, start by opening the section. Scroll to the bottom of the toolbar and click Remove Section. If you ever make a mistake, you can quickly undo or redo changes using the arrows at the bottom of the toolbar. By clicking Theme Actions, you can preview your theme in a new browser window. You can also access the theme's code and language settings here. Finally, Theme Settings is where you customize your store to suit your brand. You can customize colors and typography, add links to your social media websites, upload a favicon, and even customize your checkout. It's important to note that when you make changes in this section, the changes are made across all pages. For example, if you change the color of sale text, this change takes place on all online store pages. Always remember to click Save as you're making changes. For more instructions on how to use the individual theme settings, see the videos linked in the description. For more videos on how to grow your business, subscribe now. If you still have questions, comment below or contact the Shopify support team directly.
Awesome. So that showed us how to set up the design aspect of your Shopify site. So we have some people asking if this will be posted on our site later today. It will be once we have it uploaded. Once we have it loaded, it will be uploaded. So hang in there for that. Also, any of these videos that are shown today will also be available at Shopify's YouTube page. So now let's jump into these settings. So the settings are located at the bottom left-hand corner of your dashboard on your site. So this is what the page will look like when you pull it up. The first thing we're going to look at is general. So under general, you'll be able to change things such as your store name, contact info, store address, time zone, and currency. It's important that you have the correct time zone, currency, and address so Shopify can help you out later with taxes, where to pick up, all of that kind of stuff. Next is locations. So with the locations, that refers to your store location. So if you have more than one store location, you're going to want to choose a default store location. It's in this section that you do that. You can also add and take away locations here. Under plans and permissions, you are able to choose the plan for your site. Remember that before you start selling on Shopify's platform, you do need to choose a plan, but you still do get that 3-month free trial, so that's really nice. You can also add staff accounts and change the store status. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like real quick. So here we're at our dashboard. If I go down and click settings, and I go to plans and permissions, we can see the store owner who has all of the access to the store, as well as staff accounts. And here we can adjust how many permissions those staff accounts have. Down here is what is called the store status. So you have the option to actually pause and build your site. So this would cost $9 a month. You would not be selling on the site, but you can still work on it and continue to edit it. The next option is to temporarily step away from your site without losing any information, but you don't have to pay a monthly fee. So for this, you would not be selling and you would not be editing on your site. The last option is to sell your site and shut it down completely. And that would be if your store were to close. Heading back to our presentation, we now have the payment section. So using the payment setting, you can choose which payment provider will work best for you. So explaining a little bit more about that will be Ben. Ben, are you there?
I am here. I apologize, folks. Thanks, Kendra. So when we were building out our site, as I mentioned earlier, we reached out to Shopify a few times to use their customer service and get some answers from them, get some guidance. One of the things that I covered with the gentleman that I spoke with was payment gateways. So Shopify offers up a baseline payment gateway as an option. There are certain product types, certain goods that they do not actually use their Shopify payment gateway for. So you have to bring in a third-party payment gateway. Fireworks is one of those products. They have a large list of already approved, easy to integrate third-party payment gateways. We had an existing relationship with authorized.net. So we reached out to them and we were able to get the necessary information set up in about 10 minutes and get it activated and get it uploaded. So we were able to find a solution fairly easily, and it's good to know that in advance so you don't get caught using their gateway, and ultimately that can result in funds being held. So definitely something worthwhile to be aware of. Thanks, Kendra.
Sorry about that. Just realized I was muted. Yeah, so it's gonna be really important to make sure that you guys know what you're doing with your payments before you get started, because you don't want those funds being held, like Ben said. Notifications. So this section will let you guys know what notifications your customers are going to see when they interact with the site. So to go over a little bit more of this, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like on the back end of the site again. So if we go back to our settings, we have a section called notifications. So our notifications, there are a bunch that can get sent out to your customers, but for today's purposes, I'm just going to show you the first one. This is the order confirmation. So the order confirmation, you can click preview right here. And this is what your customers will see when they order something. This is what's going to get emailed to them. This is a fake order right now. So different things that you can do. If you have experience in HTML or any coding, you can actually go in and add in information that you want added. If you don't have that experience, you can hire a Shopify expert to do it for you. So with those notifications, that's nice because you can customize what your customers see, and you can also look at what they see before they get it. Next, we're going to talk about files. So the files is where you're going to upload and manage the majority of the images on your site. So in that spreadsheet, you might have noticed that there was a URL, a really long link under the image. I'm going to show you guys how you are going to want to look at that. Heading back to our settings dashboard, we are going to find files. So this is what your files section is going to look like when you have a bunch of images uploaded. So right now you see a bunch of our banners. We were practicing out seeing what sizing we liked best for it. That's why there's a bunch in there. So right here is the URL. If I were to copy and paste this and just paste it into a brand new tab or window, it's going to pop up this photo. So when you are working with Shopify, it's going to have to find where those photos are. And this is basically the photo's home, where they're going to live. And when the site needs it, it's going to go and borrow it. So that's kind of how that works. To upload a file, you're going to click this Upload Files button. And you can select any file. You're going to click Open. And once that blue bar up here loads through, it's going to pop up right here, and you can copy and paste that URL or just have it on your site. Up next, we have our legal section. So for the legal section, that's where you're going to want to insert all of your different policies, such as your refund policy, your privacy policy, your terms of conditions, all of that, your shipping policy. And then as you saw on our site at the beginning, we have all of those listed at the bottom of our site. So anybody who wants to see them will just scroll to the bottom and find them fairly easily. Next, we have taxes. So using your tax ID number, you can add taxes to the site. Shopify made this really easy. You choose your location and your tax ID number. One thing to make sure though is that the amount of taxes that it adds in is correct for you and what you charge. So make sure that you double check that. Checkout. So checkout is probably one of the most important things because that's the final step before your customers pay for their fireworks. So you're gonna want to fill out those fields of the information that you want. For us, we decided to actually go with a third-party app called Zapit. And we're going to talk about this a little later on, but basically this is how we went in and did the customized checkout. How we use this product is that we decided that we wanted customers to schedule their pickup time before they actually check out, so we know that when they're coming and we can prepare for that. And so that's what we use this app for. We also use all of our notifications through them. Lastly, we have shipping. So shipping, you're going to want to set it as local pickup as your main option. Again, we use the third-party app Ziplit to do our curbside pickup. If you want more information on how to do it on the Shopify side, you can contact their support team and they will be more than happy to help you guys out with that. So third-party apps, like I said, we don't endorse any of these apps. These are just the ones that we've played around with and have used so far. So like I said, that first one, store pickup and delivery, we like that so far. It is a paid app though, but it does have a 14-day free trial. The next one is the Age Checker Plus. So if you want to make sure that no youngins are on your site, you can add that in. They have different apps such as PickPack that are in iOS or an iPhone app that your employees can use to check off when they select the items and put them in the bag. And then the last one we use is SKU inventory management. So if you guys know, we use Clover for a lot of our inventory. With Shopify, we have inventory on that. So SKU allows us to integrate those. If you guys have any interest in that, I would suggest going to SKUiq.com and starting that free trial, and they will give you a one-on-one Zoom call for like half an hour and explain everything on the site that you want to know. So that is a great resource. This is what those kind of look like. They also have a Facebook Messenger option that you can add in. With that, I would say make sure that you have someone manning that Facebook channel because you want quick responses if somebody messages you. So the support team that I've been talking about with Shopify. Like Ben said, we have been in constant contact with them for the past month on how to start up this site. I have listed their phone number, but I would suggest not calling them. I would suggest actually using the chat feature. The reason for this is that you can take screenshots of your problems and send them to them, and they really walk you through the process really, really easily. I would just be very descriptive in your problem that you are having, and so you can find that help right here. Lastly, so this is some 76 support we have for you guys. If you guys haven't heard yet, we have our 76 dealer networking website up and running. It is the 76dealernetwork.com. So in order to gain access to this site, because it is a password protected site, you're going to need to go to resources and follow the prompt once you get on the site. So then once your access is approved, it normally happens within 48 hours, you can log in at any time. The benefits you have for that is you have account and sales tools, downloadable media such as product video and images. You have tips for running your retail business. You have links to different people in the industry. You also have our personal event calendar. And then you can also sign up to be a dealer of Sky Bacon and Realtree, and you'll be featured on our Sky Bacon site, our Realtree site, and our wholesale site as a retailer of those products. So if someone comes to our sites, such as our Sky Bacon site, and they want to find Sky Bacon products near you or near them, and you just happen to be in their town, your name will pop up and they will come to your tent for that. So coming soon to the site though, we have more e-commerce resources just like today's webinar. And we will also have a directory of dealers who supply products from Spirit 76. So thank you to everyone for sticking with us, even through our technical difficulties. If you guys have questions that weren't answered, we're gonna be going through and answering those and contacting you guys back. If you guys want to email us, our email is shopify@76fireworks.com, and please use the subject line Shopify help. So it kind of gets our attention quicker. And then also check out our site, poke around it, see what you like to help you guys with your site later on. And so that concludes our presentation for today. Thank you guys all for participating, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.